Welcome to Off the Leash Animal News. This is your best source for animal news from around the world. My name is Jason Kenzie.
And I'm Izik Nox.
On this episode, we're going to be talking about Bigfoot or Sasquatch, the Loch Ness Monster, and the Leprechauns, mother. On this episode, we're going to be talking about something extremely different that is kind of animal related. Izik believes in all of them. Go ahead, Izik.
Our first story takes us to Utah, where a group of hunters believe that they have seen Sasquatch.
Bullshit. I don't believe you. I bet you it was just a big fat bear walking on two legs.
Although they believe that it looks nothing like a bear. I mean, the figure that they actually have video of this, the figure that they see up in the mountains, it's brown, it's got fur, and it's big and it moves slow. Nothing like a bear.
Locals believe that there is Sasquatch walking around these hills. Is it real? I don't know. For me, maybe, possibly it was a guy in a bear suit.
Or it could have been a bear in a bear suit.
It happens, right? They end up, killing another bear and going, wow, his fur is much cleaner and much shinier than mine. I'm just going to put this on. On a serious note, Sasquatch has been sighted over the years. It was first sighted by a guy by the name of Bob Gimbo. This guy filmed this big hairy thing walking through a riverbed.
It could have been just an extremely hairy person who had lost his sanity, decided to rip all his clothes off and go live in the woods.
Hey, I only did that once. A bunch of hunters that was in Utah happened to start filming this creature up on this kind of rocky bluff, watching what does seem to be something quite big walking on two legs.
Although it is known that bears sometimes when they're in attack mode, they do get up on two legs.
There's a video down below, you can check it out, make your opinion. Hey, you know what? Tell us what you think. Do you believe that Sasquatch is real? In other news, we go all the way across the ocean to Scotland, where locals have recently seen the Loch Ness Monster. Yes, this big giant creature that is about 30 feet long and has the face of a dragon. It was seen 5 days. Day 1, it was seen swimming. Day 2, it was also seen swimming. Day 3, still swimming. 4, it was swimming a lot on that day. And 5, it was sunbathing. I couldn't make this stuff up.
The head of the Loch Ness Monster kind of looks like a snake, Jason, from every single picture ever of it. So is it possible that it could be a snake?
That could be true.
I don't know, Jason. To me, that also looks like it could be a human foot sticking out. It looks like almost like a person dove and one of the feet got stuck upside down, and it kind of looks like just a foot sticking out.
Well, what do you know? And you know what? It looks like it does have athlete's foot. Well, this is incredible. Loch Ness Monster is someone's foot.
Funny enough, there's absolutely zero high-resolution photos of this monster and of any other monster. They always seem to be very low resolution and very far away, which kind of makes this story very suspicious.
I believe that the Loch Ness Monster is a blur. They should change the name to the Loch Ness Blur. Hey, look, a blur. The other day, Ma, I saw a blur swimming in the water. We have way too much fun here.
For our next story, we're going to talk about, you guessed it, leprechauns.
Little wee leprechauns, which are also real. Obviously, they're real because there's also high-res pictures and videos of these little guys as they are making chocolate for you.
Now, I know sometimes there's other creatures that could be mistaken for leprechauns, like the little gnomes on people's lawns and also trolls.
Leprechauns have been around for thousands of years, and that's why none of them look young. They all have big beards, really wrinkled. Nowadays, you should be able to catch them because they have little canes, and they walk really slow with their pot of gold.
You may also need to take some extreme medication in order to see them.
Where are they again? Where are
the leprechauns?
Yeah, the leprechauns are... in your head. So there was a family in Ireland. They were out on a picnic. when all of a sudden she turns around and she sees one of her kids being dragged away by a leprechaun. This is so true from her words. And she grabs the leprechaun and says, "Hey, where the hell's your gold?" You know, she didn't really care about her kid. She wanted the gold, because this is what happens. And the leprechaun grabbed her by the throat, flipped her around, and threw her off into the forest.
So the moral of the story is, don't pop acid tabs in front of your kids.
Well, thank you so much for putting up with our silly humor. And yes, this was a different episode, you know, with monsters and myths. We had so much fun, as you can see.
All the links to the stories don't actually exist below because these stories are 100% bullshit. Be sure to hit that notification bell to be notified every time we upload, which is Thursdays at 6.
And before we let you go, I just want to let you know that there has been an update to the stories that we've talked about. There has been a sighting of Sasquatch riding the Loch Ness Monster while eating one of the little green guys. Hit that subscribe button, please. We love hearing from you guys. If you have a story that you think might be interesting for us to talk about, please send us the link down below. And remember, always support your local animal rescues. We'll see you next week.
Have a good night, everybody.